Thank you for joining me again for Rag Rugs by Erin. This video is going to be going over a few tricks and techniques that maybe when you're making no-sew sheet yarn, it's going to ward off some problems. This isn't going to be a super exciting video, I must admit, but when some of you have written to me and you have concerns or things that you're having problems with, it prompts me to realize maybe there's another video that needs to be made to keep your frustration level down and help you out. So this could be quite informative. But let's go ahead and move on. I wanted to quickly show you, I just finished filming my video on crocheted rag rugs, Bumpy Country Road. As you can see, this is a gorgeous little rug, very different than the other rugs that I've done. So you may want to view this video. It's in two parts. So I just always like to show you something. So we're going to move this to the side. I'm going to get right to the sheet yarn. Okay, remember that there is a video available that shows you how to make sheet yarn that I've made, one that shows you how to make the no-sew version of the sheet yarn. This is going to be the no-sew version and a couple little tricks. Here's the material we're using. I think it's fun to see it in its entirety so you know what it looks like when we make sheet yarn. Here is the ball. Okay, but what I'm going to show you, first I'm going to show you a couple things that I do. Crazy things that I do, but makes it easier. When I'm making sheet yarn, when you start to get it moved along and you've got several pieces together, you will lose this piece and drive yourself insane and sometimes have a big knot. I put it in my shirt. That's my trick. You do anything you want, but you do need to separate it. Okay, see, we have this whole line. We're going to add one piece of no-sew sheet yarn to this piece that we have. That will make 4 strips. I suggest you never make more than 8 strips together and then put them on the ball. That is one of the other tricks. I usually only do 4 or 5. So I'm going to do a quick version of this. You can view the other video that's going to do it slower and repeatedly. So you can view that one with the no-sew sheet yarn. In order to add a piece of sheet yarn, you're going to fold over the little snip right here, the little piece right here. Good pair of scissors, a nice little snip. This is the one that has all the pieces together. This is the one we're adding. You're going to do the exact same thing. Fold it over, a little snip. The main piece, whether it's you're adding it to the ball or you're adding it to the rug, is the one you're going to be using as the base, and you're going to feed the one you're adding to the one that's already attached. So the one that's attached to the rug or attached to the ball, whichever way you're doing it. So you're going to take the one that you're adding, push it through your little hole. You're going to take the other end of the one that you're adding, and you're going to feed it through the one that you have already added. So this is the same piece of material. It's going to go back through. And then you pull it through. This is showed over and over on the no-sew sheet yarn video that I've made with more detail, and you can view that. You give it a little tug. Okay, you see this? Then I kind of pull it one way and pull the other. And there you go. This is the other trick that I want to show you. This is a ball. These are balls of sheet yarn, but this is sewn sheet yarn and it's all together. Okay, these are different colored balls of sheet yarn. If you make your no-sew sheet yarn in one long strip, when it's time to attach it, because you can't put the ball through the hole, you have a problem because you're not sewing it on. So you either have to cut it apart or separate it. So that's why I advocate that you only do it in 4 or 5 strips, as many as 8 if you prefer, but then you add it. Here's an existing ball. All of the strips in here are only 4 or 5 strips at a time. Then you're going to take the sheet yarn, and a lot of times you'll lose it, and that's why I put it in here. It doesn't matter which end you attach with, and you're going to then just add it to your ball. Okay? So that seems like a silly thing. Why is she telling me that? But when you try to get this added to what you're already making, if you do not do that, you're going to have a problem. And it's going to be frustrating, and you're thinking, I did all that work and now I have to cut it apart. So that's why you only do 4 or 5 strips at a time. Also, another little thing, when you're making your balls, I've seen people do it, and it's all, these balls were not made by me. It's kind of, they're all wrinkly, and this ball is flat. I find that it looks better in the finished product if you take the time to make them flat. So there you have it, very short video. I hope it's been informative. Like again, not very exciting, but still I'm just trying to make your rag experience a little easier. So thank you for joining me. There's a green button down in the corner. You can subscribe, send your comments to me, or concerns or problems that you're having, and we'll see if we can resolve them. So thank you for joining me. You have a great day.